MATIC! Oh, MATIC. What a great coin. MATIC against BTC. On the BTC pair, there is a clear resistance and support line over here. And both are holding well, right? 2 touches. Boing, boing. 2 touches at the resistance and a boing, boing. 2 touches at the support. We were hoping that this low would hold, right? And it actually did hold, right? You see, buying pressure coming in. So potentially, MATIC against BTC could be forming an inverse head and shoulders. Big, fat, juicy left shoulder. There's a head here. I think we're getting a right shoulder, right? There is some support here. I'm assuming we'll hit here and then reverse back up. Yes. Again, we're not too sure. We're expecting consolidation over here. I mean, of course, if we drop all the way back down towards support, then things could be turning bearish, right? But at this point of time, it's still solid. And we're anticipating a curve back up eventually for MATIC. We're still under the skinny pink line though. So the trend is still largely bearish, right? Although we're going sideways. Usually when a bearish trend ends, we go sideways for a while before going back up. So it feels to me like this is a sideways move at the moment. Before we go back up, right, to complete a D. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rectangle that's in the making. But the condition is this has to hold. It absolutely must hold, right? And you can also count waves. 1, 2, 3, right? ABC. We got for D, E, and that's it. Sayonara, bitches! MATIC continues higher. But again, we'll take things one step at a time. We kind of like what we see. Slow fall, fast up. Slow fall, fast up. Ooh. Yeah, we're feeling very hopeful for MATIC. I think MATIC is going to do very well eventually. But of course, there are conditions involved as well, right? Against BTC. Against USD is even more beautiful. What a beauty! So previously, we mentioned that MATIC has a target at $9. And today, we acquired another target freshly out of the oven at $12. So we're expecting MATIC to go to double digits eventually. I mean, of course, we could be wrong. BTC drops to 0, MATIC drops to 0. But with that being said, we think MATIC is going to do very well. I think Sandeep is going to be swimming in money eventually. Yeah, okay, so for MATIC, I think I mentioned that there's a very nice ABCDE completion over here, right? We are not really out of the resistance yet. We're still mucking around the resistance, right? You gotta be very careful because we might still get an ABC kind of a chart pattern over here, right? This whole thing could be a falling channel. Of course, we would prefer it if it just zipped up from here, for sure, of course. But there is danger that it could still drop a bit lower, right? This whole thing could complete as an ABC as well, right? Something like that. We're still finding it hard to break the resistance line. Still finding it very hard. But once we clear it with clarity, right? I think, yeah, more likely than not, we're going to hit higher. We might stop short of taking these highs, right? And we might get something like an ascending over here, right? Value 1, value 2, and then we get a third value. Before we continue higher towards $9. So $9 first and then $12. That's our target for MATIC, right? And this is a very beautiful squeeze that came. So yeah, more upside for MATIC. Of course, again, things can always change, right? Out of nowhere, if Bitcoin just starts collapsing, it's going to pull MATIC down together with it. So there's also danger that MATIC could fall all the way back down as well. And we could also go close to these lows as well. So again, we have to monitor things closely. We didn't really break the skinny pink line with yeah, again, we would love it if you could see something like this, right? Big buying pressure pushing the price higher. I just don't see it yet, so we're being very, very careful, right? We could see something like this as well, right? Very slow up, and suddenly there could be a zip down as well. Slow up, strong zip down, right? But as long as you're above the skinny pink line, we remain with a bullish bias, right? But if and when we return back towards the skinny pink line, right, studying history, a lesson in history, right? We broke the skinny pink line over here, but it wasn't really that convincing to me, right? And after that, pum, we retouched it again. And eventually, we crossed back under the skinny pink line. So again, we are, again, I'm not exactly convinced, right? This is a skinny pink line. If and when we rise back up and retouch the skinny pink line, oh, you gotta be so careful. Things will be dropping lower. But if things continue to stay bullish, right, and we stay above the skinny pink line, then we're expecting more upwards momentum towards $9. Ta-da! Anyway, moving on. Ta-da!